Chapter 5, Section 2, Building Colonial Unity. Trouble in Boston. By 1768, protests by the colonists were making British colonial officials nervous. They sent word to Britain that the colonies were on the brink of rebellion. Parliament sent troops to Boston. As angry Bostonians jeered, the Redcoats set up camp in the center of the city. Many colonists felt that the British had pushed them too far. First, the British had passed laws that violated colonial rights. They also had sent an army to occupy or control colonial cities. To make matters worse, the soldiers in Boston acted rudely and sometimes even violently toward the colonists. Mostly poor men, the Redcoats earned little pay. Some stole goods from local shops or scuffled with boys who taunted them in the streets. The soldiers also competed off hours for jobs that Bostonians wanted. The Boston Massacre. On March 5th, 1770, a fight broke out between Bostonians and the soldiers. While some British officers tried to calm the crowd, one man shouted, "We did not send for you. We will not have you here. We will get rid of you. We will drive you away." The angry townspeople moved toward the custom house, where British taxes were collected, picking up sticks, stones, and clubs. As the crowd approached, the sentry panicked and called for help. The crowd threw sticks and stones at the soldiers. "Fire, you bloody bats, you lobsters," the crowd screamed. "You dare not fire." After one soldier was knocked down, the nervous Redcoats did fire, killing 5 colonists. One Bostonian cried, "Are the inhabitants to be knocked down in the streets? Are they to be murdered?" Among the dead was Crispus Attucks, a dock worker who was part African, part Native American. Colonists called the tragic encounter, or unexpected meeting, the Boston Massacre. The word spreads. Colonial leaders used the killings as propaganda, information made to influence public opinion. Samuel Adams put up posters that described the Boston Massacre. His posters showed a slaughter of innocent Americans by bloodthirsty Redcoats. An engraving by Paul Revere showed British troops firing at an orderly crowd. The Boston Massacre led many colonists to call for stronger boycotts on British goods. Aware of the opposition to its policies, Parliament repealed all the township taxes except the one on tea. The colonists ended their boycotts except on tea. Trade with Britain resumed. Some colonial leaders, however, continued to call for resistance to British rule. In 1772, Samuel Adams revived the Boston Committee of Correspondence, an organization used in earlier protests. Soon committees throughout the colonies were airing their grievances against Great Britain.